Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is well, taking care of themselves mentally, physically, emotionally. My name is Ashley, this is the Reader's Wand, and I figured we could do a book tag. So the world is kind of struggling right now. I know a lot of people are feeling a lot of anxiety about what's going on, and one thing that has always soothed my anxieties or made me feel good was book tags, because I love hearing people talk about what they love and just having fun with books. So today I'm going to be doing the Reading Habits book tag. So this is me, what I do, where I read, how I read, do I use bookmarks, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, question 1. Do I have a certain place for reading? I do not. I read pretty much everywhere. I read in bed, I read on my couch, I read while I'm cleaning, in my car, at work. Anywhere that I can read, I will read. I always bring a physical book with me. I have audiobooks, I have ebooks, I have everything, any kind of book you can possibly imagine for any circumstance. So I will read anywhere that I can. Can I stop reading at any point? Or do I have to get to the end of a chapter or a certain page amount? I can really pretty much stop reading anywhere. If I can get to a natural page break or I can get to the end of the chapter, I will. But I don't stop in the middle of a sentence or, anything crazy like that. But I will stop at a natural point. But I don't have to read a certain amount every day, or I don't have to stop at a certain page count or stop at the end of a chapter or whatever. If it feels natural, I will put it down. Do I eat or drink while reading? Absolutely. I will take any break or opportunity that I have to read. And so if I'm nomming on a sandwich and I'm reading with this hand, then that's just how it's gotta be. I'm not a messy person usually. So I don't have any issues eating and drinking while I'm reading. So can I listen to music or watch TV while I am reading? Yes to both. I usually try to put on sometimes, if I'm really trying to get into reading and I don't want anything to distract me, I find that putting on some sort of ambient music can help me focus. Generally not things with lyrics. I will focus on the lyrics of the song, especially if it's a song that I like. Same with TV. I don't really watch TV, but if it's a show that I've seen a lot or something that I'm not super interested in, then I will put it on in the background. My mom, she's crazy. She can read anywhere at any time. Someone could be shouting in her ear and she could read. I'll go to her house sometimes and she's just okay, I'm just gonna start reading now, and we're in the middle of a movie and she'll pick up a book and start reading. So it just blows my mind because I get distracted pretty easily. My boyfriend and I used to share an office, and I couldn't read with him in the same room because he's loud. I'm sure if you've watched any of my other videos, you've heard him through the walls because he's loud all the time. So he's very distracting. Do I read silently or out loud? I don't read out loud. I know some people read out loud if they are having trouble grasping what's going on, or if they are trying to figure out why something sounds weird, but I don't. I don't really have any reason to. I don't find that it helps me. Do I skip pages or read ahead? I skip ahead only purely on accident. You know how you'll be really into an action scene, a scene that you're really anxious about, and your eyes will just shoot to the other page and you'll see something and you're yeah, I do that occasionally, but I don't generally try to do it on purpose. I know some people will read the last page of a book, which is just crazy because, anyways, I don't generally try to skip ahead, but sometimes it just happens. Break the spine or keep new. This isn't ever really something that I thought about until I heard someone ask these questions or mention breaking the spine. I get most of my books from libraries or secondhand stores. So the book is already used at the point that I get it, so it's not really something that I think about. And then if it's my own personal copy, then I don't have any issues with breaking the spine. It's for me, it's for my own personal use, so how I want to handle it is kind of up to me. I'm not tearing my book apart or anything like that, which if you do, that's cool. It's your book, it's your possession, it's how you spend your money. If that's what you want to do it, but I don't. I did miss a question, which is bookmark or a piece of paper. I will use whatever. So I actually have like made myself bookmarks, but sometimes I don't have any around or I lose it like I always do. So I will use anything laying around. A receipt. I'll dog ear the pages, which I don't like to do in books that aren't mine. Like library books I won't dog ear, but a receipt, anything you could possibly imagine. I think I've used like an empty chip bag one time, just anything. I also like will put the book like this. If I'm like reading it and I'm going to like go do something, I'll put it like this. So obviously if it's not my book, I'll treat it with a little bit more care than that, but I don't have any issues with using whatever as a bookmark. I also have a terrible memory, so I can't just like eyeball it and be like, okay, well, I think I was on like 345, because I just will never remember that. And then the last question is, do you writing in books, highlighting in books, like, do you think that's okay? And absolutely, I think it's okay. It's your personal copy, it's your property, you bought it or someone bought it for you, or it's yours, you own it. Then absolutely do what you want. Do some blackout poetry, put some sticky notes in there, write some notes, make it your journal, whatever, you know? I've always really liked the idea of keeping like a journal in the books that you love so that you can look back and read what you were thinking about while you're reading the book. I don't personally do that because I just forget. I forget about it, or I get lazy, or I would do like most of the way and then at the end I wouldn't do it because I just forget. But absolutely, obviously if the book's not yours or you have to return it, then you don't want to do that because it's not yours. But if it's yours, absolutely. I don't personally do it. I like to think about the life cycle of my book. So the book is mine now, but there might come a point where I want to donate that book. And places like libraries and things like that, if they're heavily marked or really marked at all, they're probably not going to take that book. I know like thrift shops and places like that will, Goodwill will, and other stores like that, but I generally like to donate to the library because at least in my area where I am now, my library system is very small, so like they don't have a lot of new books, and a lot of the more popular books that I think people my age or just people that enjoy the genres that I enjoy would want to read. So if I, for some reason, buy a book, which I don't generally do, if I buy a book, then I will not mark it up on the off chance that I don't like it and am planning on donating it. But if it's a book of mine that I really loved, I don't have an issue marking it up, but I don't. Like, I have annotated books before for like school and stuff, and like Crime and Punishment, I have written in because of school, and I actually really loved this book, and so I kept it, and I'm probably going to reread it at some point just because this is like one of my favorite books that I read for school, and it's like all written in and all that. I like the idea of going back and seeing what I thought was important the last time I read it. Who knows, maybe I'll pick up the habit of writing in books that I love so that if for some reason I give these books away or something were to happen to me, someone could pick up the books that I own and they could understand what I was feeling while I was reading that book. I think that could be really special. But yeah, that is it for the reading habits tag. I will link the original creator in my description box below. If you want to continue this tag, that's awesome. I would love for you guys to comment your videos down below if you end up doing it, because I would love to see everybody's videos, and I hope that you guys enjoyed. Like and comment anything you want. Make sure you subscribe if you like this content and you like what I have going on here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of yourself. Thanks.